Welcome back to Illusion of Gaia. We are at the end. This is the top of the Tower of Babel, and last time we took out the jeweler Gem, who ended up being a demon. So we did what we do with demons. We killed him. So I have not spoken about the Tower of Babel. So the Tower of Babel is actually mentioned in Genesis 11:1 through 9, and is an origin myth meant to explain why the world's people all speak different languages. So after the Great Flood, everybody was all unified and spoke one language and was one group, and they all got together in this place called Babylon. And they said, we're going to build a big old tower, and it's going to reach up to the gods. And then God saw them doing it and said, I don't know about that. And messed with all their heads so they couldn't understand what anybody else was saying, and spread them out all over the world. And then that's how that happened. So the various stories about the Tower of Babel, the short of it is it's a tower meant to reach up to where the gods were. Why did these people decide they wanted to build a tower to reach God? Who knows? But it's difficult to figure out exactly how tall the Tower of Babel was, and even the section in Genesis doesn't refer to it as the Tower of Babel, nor does it give a specific height. Though there are references in various places that say it could have gotten up to 5 miles high. There is no real-world location that can be tied directly to the Tower of Babel. The closest is a ziggurat called Etemenanki, which is in Babylon. And being a ziggurat, it's kind of tall and square, but a little pyramid-y based. But this thing was completed and was 66 meters tall, not 5 miles or however many kilometers tall. That'd be like 8 kilometers tall or something. I think, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, far cry, but that's the best you got. As far as the actual historical sense of it go, biblical scholars see the Book of Genesis as mythological and not as a historical account of events. Therefore, even the Bible guys are like, no, this didn't actually happen. So there you go. There is your story on the Tower of Babel. So let's go, Kara. We've done all we can do, all we need to do. Oh. Lance? I mean, dude's dead. When we first came in, the other wisps even said as much as, this tower is weird. Time isn't right here. So who knows what could have happened. The fact that we're normal is the weird part. Spoke on this. Like, the whole idea of evolution kind of implies that there is a natural goal that we are going to be moving towards as people, and once again, not how evolution works. This is true. Of course. Of note, people think the hump on the camel's back is filled with water. It's not. It's filled with fat. Ah, and that's where Friedan comes in. Yeah. So you didn't actually answer the question about us being evolved humans. Also, me and Kara both kind of shuffled just about a foot to the left. Is that why I'm psychic? I mean, it doesn't sound like it has ill intentions. It's just going like, just flying around going, and some evolution for you, and some evolution for you. And then we show up like, nah, I'm gonna murder you instead. Maybe we shouldn't be given evolution. Oh, jeez. Tower of Babel, this place is high. Hold up, how high does the atmosphere go? So I guess we're probably like 300 to 400 kilometers straight up. Tall tower, man. Oh. That's sad. I didn't heal after I fought the guy. You better heal me in a cutscene or something, or I'm gonna be nonplussed. Wait a minute. Oh no, I was thinking of Lance's parents, and I was like, wait, but Lance's dad is still alive. Neil, got it. You upset because he's like getting rid of the slaves? Hey! I guess it didn't last so long down there if he was a, you know, Leviathan thing. Oh. Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy that we did the drinking thing with. You're gonna heal me? And away we go. You're not gonna heal me. Through space to destroy the evil comet. I went and got health. The final boss! Oh yeah. The comet itself! Okay, so for this, I'm gonna swap over to Aura, so I have that available as a defensive option. Now, we gained the ability Firebird. Really? It doesn't even list it here. We gained the ability Firebird. Now, what does that do? That! So after you dodge a couple, you can just kind of do this and be safe for the rest of the rotation. You can only get one hit in a round. It doesn't last the entire time. But it's a good way to only have to dodge, like, half of it. It's also no crap button. If you think, oh no, I may get hit, just hit it. Didn't even need to that time. You don't want to wait too long, though. This comet's got a face. Face comet. Alright, didn't even get hit. And, of course, it's not that simple. Okay, so stand here. Shoot straight up. Little bubbles come out of the side. Little bubbles come out of the side, you can hit them with Firebird. Green things come out, you guard. The mouth opens just before you get hit, or the laser comes out. So after you hit it a couple times, liquid. And it's that simple. Just watch in the face. Getting hit a little bit. I have plenty of herbs if I need them. I should probably herb up anyway, just to be sure. But I'm also scared. And we won! Man, melty face. Ugh. We did it! We killed Dark Gaia! I think that was Dark Gaia. It's a little bit about, like, the people of light and the people of darkness that I didn't quite wrap my head around. But yeah, we killed the spirit behind the comet. We killed the friggin' comet. Now it's just kind of a big mass. That we're standing on. I saw it from closer up when I was standing on top of the tower. But yeah, just the idea of being able to see the planet is... For people of that age, that's crazy. Being able to go, yeah, space, planets, ooh. You don't know the half of it. Lily? That'd be Gaia, really. Admittedly, we don't really know our mother's story. I mean, a little hard to breathe, but it's a nice sight. I feel like even in this day and age, knowing what the Earth looks like is reasonably common knowledge, but I feel like even today, actually being out there and taking just a moment to stop and look back at the distant Earth would be sobering. That's weird. Why would the map change? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's something terrifying to think of. This is interesting because it's almost like that's what the world was supposed to be at this point. but where what we played through in the game is what the world would have been with the influence of the comet. And it's almost retroactive in changing not just the world, but the history of the world back to the correct path. The path it should have been on. I suppose it's not just a simple matter of traveling back and being there. It's our life force at this point is separated from the planets. And moving back to the planet it's not just a physical travel, but a spiritual one to re-merge with Earth and take on the positions we should be in. Wait, so it's still there? And we can perhaps get fooled into thinking that the world is a city, but there's still plenty of nature out there. You know, sometimes we have to fight to protect it. It's still holding on strong. And the world has changed. It's very different from before. But even a cityscape can be very beautiful in its own way. So look at those running animations that we never saw at any point in the game. They actually look like characters. Oh no, he's falling. They actually look like characters doing something and not the little, like, stick figure looking RPG maker sprites they had before. Oh, that's the castle. Yeah, where we met Carl. So they're just gonna go through the whole... Yeah, because we met everybody in town, then we went to the castle where we met Kara. This is kind of a neat way, especially if you've been spending a very long time playing a game. This is a really neat way to remind you of how far this journey has taken you. Like, logically, I know where we started, but when you see that and you go, oh wow, that really was the start of this, wasn't it? I mean, admittedly, those running animations are maybe a little jank. Kara's isn't bad, but everybody else's was a little weird. But still. So this then brings... Oh yeah, because we got separated from both of them when we went back to town. Yeah. Gaia was there. Trying to think about where exactly we are. Yeah, we had to do some fighting at some point. Is that the dungeon basement? That's gotta be the dungeon basement. Hey, wait, you didn't have that for a long time. Let's see, then we went to the mountain cave, but that was by Lily's house. We, like, met everybody else by this point. Like, they all came back. Anyway, this has been Illusion of Gaia. I remember I've already said, I remember playing this game as a kid, and it left a very strong mark on me. Ah, that's when they were stranded out in the ocean. So they just skipped the gold ship and meeting back up with everybody. And it left a very strong impression on me as a kid. And I still love this sense of exploration that the game has. Not just... Exploration can be more than just given... Here's a location that you haven't been to, go see what's there. In the case of this game, it's that sense of going on an adventure. Seeing what everything is, seeing the sights, seeing these grand temples, and especially when it links it to our world. And what's going on in our world, and what mysteries could exist. And exploring and finding out what those could have been. What those mysteries could be. It's an adventure. But it's an adventure that feels tied to the real world. The kind of adventure that you'd go on in your... That's when we're giving him his memory back. The kind of adventure that you'd go on when you were playing pretend as a kid. Instead of just, here's a fantasy world, go on, do your fantasy adventure things. So it's very different from what I feel like a traditional RPG would be. And in that sense, it almost feels similar to... I like how those are clearly photoshopped camels. It feels like it has the same sense as a game like Earthbound, which, again, I also love to death. Because of that sense of exploration and adventure, about exploring the real world and going on the kind of adventures that you would go on as a kid, or want to go on as a kid, when you're imagining the mysteries of the world. This one is a little more fantasy, whereas Earthbound feels like something you could have done. Just go grab your baseball bat out of the garage and go. This feels a little more fantasy, but it still has that feeling to it. And it was... I still feel like the gameplay is really solid. The dungeons are really solid. The combat is good. The exploration is good. The story, the plot, I'm just kind of speeding through now, because you and Kara are just booking it. I feel like the translation, of course, could have used a little bit of work to tidy itself up here and there. And I feel like it also would have helped if it was made with just a little bit more knowledge about what actually exists in the world. Instead, it feels like not only was it made in that time, but it was also made in that, like, 90s era time, that second age of exploration, but it was also made with the ignorance that existed at the time. It's a few small things that kind of taint the experience as a whole, but not in a way that makes it unenjoyable or affects it in any grand scale. It's something you know exists, but you can still just have a great experience along the way. Though it does feel a little bit butts that if you missed a red gem, like the stat boosts, whatever. But if you miss a red gem early in the game, you've got to play the whole game again to get them. Someone just blocked a whole bunch of projectiles. And we weren't even in it! Heck yeah, skipping class. And yeah, they're all there! Let's go! Illusion of Gaia, everyone. Until next time.